Yo, man, it's almost 4:30. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This is the social norm.
1, 2. You want to?
Yeah. Yo. You already know what it is, man. We back it again with another one. I'm your boy Canteen. This is my man Beans.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'll be back for a second.
He fucking up his mics already, y'all. Hey, today's episode, we're doing interracial dating. Beans wanted to talk about, ask some questions to me and my lady. Babe, where the mic at? Get on over here. Please and thank you. But he got some questions he's gonna ask us and see. I guess he wants to know about interracial dating and figure out the differences and the experiences and everything like that. But before we go ahead and get into the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You'll miss none of our videos. Monday and Friday around this time, we do it. All right. Look, so I got a question for all y'all that's watching, and also Beans. I don't know what the hell he doing. Let me ask you a question.
All right, here we go. I'm back on.
What would you say is the definition of a stepfather?
Oh no!
I want to
Matter what the definition
know what would you consider a stepfather, or like as I like to call it, stepdaddy.
Stepdad. Basically the man that takes on the role of the actual father. He's supposed to. That doesn't always happen.
Same way.
That's what you
No.
think the definition of a stepfather is?
Yeah.
See, see.
Maybe.
So that's why, because both of y'all are incorrect. A stepfather is a man who marries a woman who has been divorced. Yeah, where's your mic? No, where is it? You probably knocked it down on purpose because you usually knock a lot. But we're back to what I was saying.
They've recorded that you're.
Well, I mean,
You knock things down a lot, babe.
I haven't not even been in here.
Okay, it's your mic though. So someone who marries a woman, a mother who's been divorced and has kids and has kids. Hold up, can I finish my statement? And you've been divorced or widowed or has kids by another man, possibly their husband, her ex-husband.
Well, I figured that part kind of went without saying.
No,
Like the
why would it
whole-
be when I was saying?
Well-
I'm asking you what the definition. I'm asking. Oh, yeah, you're screaming. Let me cut. Pull the mic away from your face.
Well,
you talk loud.
Well, the married part to me was implied. I don't think you're a stepfather if you're not married to that woman.
Okay, so does being a father figure mean like taking care of the kids or whatever? Does that the only definition of being a stepfather, or the fact that what matters more, you being the father and taking care of the kids, or you actually being married to the wife? That for the title.
I think the marriage thing is kind of a formality. As long as you're there, being the father figure for the kids.
So what if?
I
Okay,
mean, it's just honestly, it's just a title. Really.
My mom has a husband. They have known each other a little over a year.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to say he's my stepfather. I said I met him when I was 34 years old. He ain't my
Beans?
stepfather. He's my mother's husband.
Is he her stepfather?
I mean, technically, yeah.
Thank you. It doesn't matter if he's your father or not. He's your stepfather. A father don't have to do anything to be still considered a father.
That comes down to what's the word I'm looking for? It just comes down to like titles and stuff like that.
The title is there. Whether you want to accept his title as that, that's
not,
fine.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's not your father. He's your
It's
He's
like
your
okay,
stepfather.
I'll give you an example. You know what it is?
Because there've been a few
No,
since.
let me say this. It's like when Trump became president or when Biden became president. People are like, Biden's the president, and somebody would say, he's not my president. You don't have to claim him all you want, but guess what? He is your president, and that is your stepdad.
It comes down to like
I'm not a child anymore.
legal terms and
That's all I was getting at. The legal term.
positions and stuff like that. That's just
She don't
basically
like
what-
that. I call.
I'm an adult. The child in me is no longer here, so he's not my stepfather.
That doesn't.
Yes,
listen-
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you an example. There,
Okay.
a mother. I know this mother and daughter that got pregnant at the same time. Okay, they both had kids at the same time.
Not by the same guy.
No. Different
Okay.
guys. Like they both have husbands. She just got married. She just had a baby late in life.
Okay.
Her daughter had a baby early in life. Just because those kids are the same age does not mean that child is not that
That's
kid's
their-
uncle. That is still
Yeah.
his uncle, even though they're the same age, being
Age
born at
doesn't
the same
matter.
time.
What
I
I'm.
am not a child
What
anymore.
he's saying. What she's
I'm not a
saying.
Age doesn't
You're putting the
matter.
age involved
I am
in it.
not a child.
No, but you're putting the age involved. He's saying age doesn't matter. But you're not hearing what he's saying. Do you understand what he's saying?
Age doesn't matter.
I'm an adult. That I'm not saying because I'm a certain age. It's because I'm an adult and not a child. Not
That is age, though. That's 100%.
I'm in a different stage in life.
It does.
The whole point of a father and a stepfather is fathering you, taking care of you, paying for bills,
No,
driving you places.
no,
You living with them and being in their life.
no. That's not.
I just met him at 34 years old.
That is not the
I
definition.
could see if I had
A
children,
father-
my grandfather,
Listen, okay, I'll give you an example. If your mom had a baby with your dad, you never met your father, and then you come at 35 and he meets you, guess what? He might not have been a dad or a father to you, but he is your father.
but I would not be like, oh, that's my dad. I would be like, that is my biological father. I would
Whatever, you could get biological father or father. It doesn't matter.
He is not, has not been.
What's the difference?
father.
What's the difference between saying biological father and saying father?
Because that's putting a coldness on it. Like, oh, he's
She likes to
confirmed
call
it.
him this is my mother's husband instead of saying this is her stepdaddy.
That is.
Oh.
I don't dislike him. That's not my feelings towards him. It's just my father raised me, was married to my mother until I was
Good.
20.
Okay, Roger. Now let me ask you a question, Beans. Her mother gets married to her current husband now. He has kids. What are them to her?
I would think your stepsisters and stepbrothers.
Thank you. I tried to tell.
It comes down to it. Just honestly, at this point,
It's
in
a
life,
title.
It's just a title. It's just a label.
Let me ask you this. So my mom had a husband in between her current husband and my father. Now they're divorced. Clearly, is his kids my step sisters and brothers stuff?
Yes.
At some point, they were. Did you call him stepdad?
Nope. He was my mother's husband for 10 years.
Listen.
Did he raise you? What time? When did you meet him?
I was 25, I think, 24, 23.
Listen. I don't feel like once you get this is my thing. Just like when you get married, when a woman gets married, right? She changes her name to the man's last name. They get divorced. She don't have to change her last name. She is officially Mrs. Mrs. my last name. She don't have to change her name back to main name. She is that.
Yeah, I got one of those out there.
So what I'm saying is the same way she don't change because she technically she still was his wife. Your stepfather and the stepkids are, whether they get divorced or not, they're still these are your stepkids. These are your stepbrothers and sisters. At one point, I believe they still are. What do you feel, Beans? You be the tiebreaker.
I mean, I get that you removed the middle husband. I'll give you that one.
but the current,
But the current, he's here.
I get that,
And
but I feel like, too, my mom has only known him for a year.
that once again, she's trying to put
That's weird.
time. She's trying to put time and age
How are you
into
gonna-
a title, which it
I
doesn't
think that
matter.
If I had young children, he would be their.
Okay, let me ask you this.
grandfather or
Let me
whatever.
ask you this. Let's say you go to a court. Let's say you got a ticket and you got to go to court. And the judge he just been a judge for a day. is you not still gonna call him the title of judge, or are you gonna be like, well, you ain't been doing judge for years. I ain't seen you be a judge for you. Because the title, it don't matter about the age or the time period. It matters about, did you do what necessary to be the title?
I bring the age, the time period, or the stage in my life is because what a father is. There's a lot of fathers that are not fathers.
That's why I didn't call him.
Just created children.
Well, that's why I don't call him stepfather. I say he's your stepdaddy.
But,
He's your stepdaddy. Because dads, you could be a dad and not be a father. Right?
So he hasn't helped you out at all, anything.
Oh yeah, he's helped her out. He's helped her out. Well, you want me to tell you? Well, let's say this. When she was now my girl is employed. Let's give her a round of applause for that.
Good job.
No.
When she wasn't employed, let me finish my statement. When she was unemployed, his father needed to be watched because he's an older man, and she linked up and started watching his father to get paid a little extra money on the side. So I'm just saying,
that had nothing to do with him.
it has everything to do with him, though. You wouldn't even know him if you didn't do that. If he wasn't married to him.
I wouldn't have been.
Stop. Okay. What I need you to stop. I need you to move the mic away from your mouth. Like bring it away, like towards me.
I just did.
Okay, good.
So, but also my mom said she talks to his mother. She brought me up, and he's like, "No, don't ask her." Not to be mean. He thought I wouldn't want to, or he wouldn't want to ask. But he said, "No, that's not going to work out. Don't ask her."
Because he figured you didn't want to, and guess what? It worked out. So thank you, stepdaddy. Let's go to the next topic. We'll go to the next topic.
But he didn't help me out.
Without him, she wouldn't have had it. Go ahead.
It wasn't
Let's talk now. We're on to interracial dating. Beans, take it away.
I wanted to ask you guys this. I wanted to ask you guys this like a month ago, since you got, if I can unlock my damn phone. There we go. Okay, so let's say you two. These questions are kind of random. Let's say you two are married, right?
We're married,
and you have a kid.
Got it.
Obviously, you have a biracial child. Obviously, now this question is towards both of y'all, but opposite ends of the spectrum. What if your child come to you? Let's start with Carlton. Let's say your child come to you and says, "I'm not black.
Mm-hmm.
I do not identify as black.
Mm-hmm.
I am a white child." What? How are you going to handle that?
Keep living. You'll find out real quick that you can identify all you want, and they're not gonna see you that way. So go ahead.
Same question for you. Your child said, "I'm not white. I am 100% black. I don't identify." Yeah,
she gonna be like, "Thank you. I'm glad, because I ain't either." Matter of fact, she probably would tell them that, you're not white.
I am the type of person that I think that you should embrace who you are, all of you.
Mm-hmm.
So
go ahead. I'm listening. I'm not saying nothing.
Your daughter.
I said I'm not white.
So your daughter,
yes,
No,
you have
I
said
always
that.
said
I
I'm
am not.
not
No, this is what she said. She always like, I'm not just 100% white. I'm not.
Right.
She's like, matter of fact, I'm more not white. She's like, I'm more not white than white. That's what she told me. I was like, what?
I am half white. My father is white. My mother is not even 1% white. So
what is she?
she's Brazilian and Israeli.
Oh, okay.
So
She went all over
If you
the place.
met her, but go ahead.
She tries to.
Okay, so what if she did? What if your daughter, your son, come to you and said, "Look, I don't care what you are. I'm just black. I'm not anything that you contribute."
Well, first of all,
to
I was
this.
like, we got problems. Why are
Well, I would, yeah. I probably would ask him or her, why are you trying to deny what you are?
right.
Yeah, I get that. So the reason why this came up, because I've had this conversation. My cousin, she can, I hate to say, she could pass for a white woman. She can,
Okay.
because she's my auntie's black, obviously, and her husband is actually Native American. So it make this
Weird
combination. And when she died, because she had sandy red hair, that runs in my family. So when she dyed her hair blonde, you couldn't tell. And for years, she denied her blackness like at all. You couldn't tell her.
Did she
nothing.
go to a predominantly white school?
She did.
Oh,
She
that's
did.
why.
So she denied it, and she ended up marrying a white guy, right? Her son is like a redheaded child. He has no black features whatsoever. Ironically enough, he hangs with my auntie so much, he identifies as a black man.
So he looks like a white man.
He looks like a white
but
man,
he acts like,
but
but he identifies as a black
he
person.
identifies as a
And she looks like a white girl, but she identifies as a white girl.
So he's just like, so he goes into, I think it's funny, I think it's ironic that her son's like, no, said grandma's black, so I'm black. It's like, I think that's
Are you claiming him?
Oh yes, my little cousin Andrew. I met him. He was like, how I met him was messed up. Like they didn't tell me that he looked like a white child.
So you're like, who did the little white kid?
Yeah. He just walked into my parents' house. I was like, yo, I thought he was just some random kid that walked in the house.
Hey,
I was like, yo, who kid is?
Who kid is this?
I'm about to kick him outside. I was like, yo, get this kid out of here. My dad was like, no, that's little Andrew we talked about. I'm like,
that little Andrew?
That's little Andrew.
Who is parents?
If you're asking, like, would we be offended? Like, would I be offended that my
Yes,
child-
how would you handle it? Like, I would know.
Would be offended. I think that I would like probe a little bit more to see like why, like also see if they're being made fun of for being one race over the other.
See,
But I would say, I love that you identify and associate or relate with your father's side. I love your father. I love that is part of you. That's one half of you. But know what you are completely. And maybe if you got to know my side, you would also enjoy that as well. I don't know. I guess it really depends on the reason. But I wouldn't be offended. I'm not going to be mad at them. I mean, everybody.
All right. I got to hold you down because you started rambling. All right. Another thing I would do if my kid wanted to deny his blackness or she wanted to deny her blackness, when I go pick my kid up, I'm going to be looking like the king of Zimbabwe.
I said that too.
I'll be
screaming
like
black power all up in that school.
I would be every medallion, everything. I had the pick in the hair, and I'm like, I'm looking for my kid.
There you go, right there.
There you go. Hey, babe. And I would have her wearing some shit too.
Right. I was just gonna say, I feel like I would be more offended if my kid denied their blackness over me, because I don't know why, but that would, I guess it's kind of how you're like, oh, it's fine if you do it to me, but if I'm coming after you, if you go after that, that's kind of how I feel. I'd be more offended if he would deny the other half, because why? Or would you feel the same?
Yeah, if he don't want to, no, I already said what I feel. You want to deny that you black? Keep living.
No, I'm saying like, would you be just as annoyed or offended, or would you have this?
Only time I would feel offended is if I went to school to like do something for the school or whatever, or go see them like for like a sporting event, and then like they didn't want me to be around them, like they didn't want to accept like this is my father, like they like, oh, this is my mom, and
that's some guy she's with.
This is Carl,
This the driver
or something like that, and that was my kid. I'd be like, what?
Pause. I would make the biggest scene.
Well, yeah, I make a big scene.
A lot of times too, it's other family members. My oldest niece, she's mixed too, and she came and asked us one day. And she was like, am I white? And I'm like, I was like, well, yeah. I was like, you mix, you mix. I said,
I'd be like, you a mutt.
Your mother's white, your dad is black. That's how that works. She had family members telling her that she was white. Then that was it. And I was like,
yeah.
I was like, okay.
I'm like, you are white, but you are black too.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Can't see it, but it's there.
Yeah, I said, what color is me? He said, what color am I? She said, oh, you're black. I said, what color is your father? Black. I said, okay. That's
funny thing is her niece is like, oh, Carlton's not black, he's brown.
Kids are so literal.
Like, yep.
Kids are so literal, And my next question is, let's say your parents meet Carlton and they don't like him. Yeah. Let's say they don't.
That could never happen because
let's say they don't like him because he's black. Like, let's say the meeting goes well, but after he leaves, it's like, yo, I don't want you dating him. I don't want because he's black.
You want her to answer first?
Yeah, let her answer first.
What would I do?
Yeah.
I've actually had this thought before because I was talking to someone and they were very nervous that my parents wouldn't accept. So I've had to mentally go through this before because they went through that and they were asking me. I was like, I don't know. I would be like, too bad. This is the person that I care about. This is the person that I love. If you can't accept it, you can accept me. Period.
Oh,
That's
okay,
that.
that's a good answer.
No.
Now, what happens if you had like a dinner party and they start disrespecting them?
No, I'm leaving.
Going-
We're leaving.
going
I'm not
for
going
it.
to speak to him that way or treat him that way. He is a human being. He deserves respect, and we don't have to hear that. We don't have to deal with it.
There
Okay.
you go, babe. Now
Let's see. Let you go. You bring her to the cookout.
Yeah. Well,
And
first thing-
yeah.
Actually nervous.
Let me say this. Black folks, we warn our people
That's
beforehand.
true. Well,
We don't just sit there and just bring a girl over and I
Believe
didn't know
it.
she was white.
Believe it or not, we are a lot more accepting than we put on.
It depends on how we're accepting, but if she come out the gate on some like, what up, my sisters?
Yeah, don't do that.
It's
Don't-
over. Get this white out of here.
Be you. Okay, if that's not you, don't do that.
And she always want to bring some food. I was nervous the first time I brought her a plate because she wanted to bring some this dessert.
Okay.
Personally, it wasn't that good to me. It was mid.
Of Oreo lasagna.
No, I just told you, black people don't eat
Let me
this.
explain it because the lasagna throws people off. It is an Oreo crust, and then in the middle, it's like a pudding and Cool Whip and cream cheese mixture topped with Oreo.
Beans.
You ever hear that dessert called dirt?
It's
It
kind of
kind of
that.
sound like that. I've
Okay,
had dirt
okay,
before.
okay. Beans. Do you trust me on what tastes good and what don't?
I do.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it for you.
I'm telling you right now. I ain't saying it was bad, but it wasn't something I would bring to.
Here goes the thing. Here goes the thing about.
for me.
Here goes the thing. Here goes the thing about black cookouts. You cannot try a new dessert that's not.
Well, no, see,
That's
that's the
not-
problem.
Say tried and true
This is the thing.
favorite
You
everywhere.
gotta realize. No, see,
No.
there's different levels.
And not just with white people.
There's yes, it is
No.
because you just listen.
I
I'm
like
telling you,
all
listen,
colors,
listen,
everybody.
I need you to understand something. I've been black my whole life. I've been to a whole lot of cookouts and I've been to a whole lot of barbecues, and I ain't never seen one time black folks bring that. Never.
Yeah,
I promise you,
is you gotta slowly eat. Bring that to somebody.
that is not a black dish.
Yeah, because that you can't
Why
just
do I
you
gotta
can't.
bring straight up? So you're
You can bring whatever you
saying
want.
that I should bring a black dish. What if I'm not good at that?
And that don't bring. I told
Obviously,
you.
I'm good at
You
it.
have to bring. You have
Listen.
to bring something that's like battle tested.
Listen,
You can't do it.
she got
there.
mad. She got mad at me because I said, "How about?" And I'm trying to give her hints without really saying it. I'm like, "How about why don't you, you can bring a bottle
I didn't-
or bring some pops or something through, and then, everybody need that for the
I'm not
party."
person that brings the plastic plates and forks.
She
That's why I
thinks-
felt like,
this is the thing she
oh,
thinks.
Bring rolls.
Babe,
Bring a
babe,
can of
babe.
corn.
Okay, we
That's
we,
what
we,
that's
we all
like.
can't talk at the same time. Okay,
That's why I was-
this is a podcast, so I need to one person at a time. What I'm saying is this: when I tried the dish, it was like, okay, I don't think it would have made the cut for a black cookout or a black event. They don't understand. White people don't understand that the level of flavor food that we eat versus them. What they think is delicious might be very mid or low tier for us.
And you
Never
have
raised
to-
on white people food.
You have to be prepared for the backlash. Because if it doesn't go well, they be like, "Yo, who the hell made this?"
Exactly.
Who made
That's
this?
the thing.
Who
We're
brought
gonna
this?
call out who ate.
Funny story. So, because he said don't bring it, even though I do know it's a tried and true recipe, I was like, fine, I won't. I brought cheesecake, homemade, everything from scratch, and
But that's a safe one.
I brought it, and the host goes, "Who made this?" And I was like, he was like, "You put your foot in this." I was like, "Oh, I was so scared."
Cheesecake is always-
Yeah, and I told
It
her
was a safe bet.
when because you know why her sister makes this cheesecake or whatever. I tasted the cheesecake. I like the cheesecake. So when she said I'm making the cheesecake, I'm using her recipe. That's a winner.
Man,
I
okay.
told her, and what ended up happening? Was it a winner?
Yes.
What kind of
So why
cheesecake?
you don't just
It's just
listen?
plain cheesecake, but the crust is thick. It's homemade.
Listen, I told you,
True.
if you're going to a cookout, who you think, if we go to a black cookout, do you think you should listen to the one black person you know, or yeah, but you didn't want to at first? And I said, well, you know what? Do what you want to do.
I just want to let you know it wasn't because I don't trust you. I just had a lot of confidence.
Before you bring it to the cookout, kind of slide it in to certain like if
People
go
you
to-
could trust.
people you trust. Like you know, if you go if you go to his parents' house, bring it over, see what they say
That
about
wasn't a brand new that recipe we've been making years.
She
it. Yeah,
don't-
but
yeah.
did you test it out in the black market?
Everybody.
No, I tested it out.
I'm the first black person to eat it.
You're not getting it.
No, in his
I'm the
cir-
first black person that's gonna tell you the truth.
Did the black people in his circle eat it?
I'll make you some.
I was the only black person there. We went to her Christmas party at her family house. Her family ate it up. They used to eating it. I tried it. I ain't saying it's bad. It ain't worthy of bringing.
Banana pudding. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, because we used to the cheesecakes, the banana puddings, the
red velvet cake,
red velvet
the
cake,
pecan pie,
the-
the sweet potato pie.
the peach cobblers.
Yeah,
Never
I've had one.
I've never had.
I'm okay with it. I'm not a huge fan of that.
Care about chocolate like that.
No, I like chocolate. I just think that it wasn't hidden.
I'll make it.
Damn, why can't you just accept the thing that you thought was delicious ain't always delicious to everybody else?
I'll make it for you. Dude.
All right, like I said, you got to kind of slide it in different events before you. Just think of the cookout as like the Super Bowl. You got to win at the dinner parties.
I'ma say
you
this.
make it out of the
If you give it to 3 people and 2 people say it ain't good or they ain't hitting and only one person say it's good, you don't bring it. It got to be 3
But you're
for
the only
3.
person I've ever met that said it's all right.
It's all right.
Because I don't think he has I think it's just too
Ha-
much.
have you eaten a dessert called dirt before?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was good.
Okay.
That just, I don't know, man. Look, maybe it wasn't technically, she didn't actually make that dish. She said her friend made that dish, right?
Oh, somebody else.
Made it. That
Yeah.
We've
yeah.
made it interchangeably for lots of different parties.
So,
I
but
said, it's
see?
not
But you were gonna make it for the cookout, right?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trusting your friend. I'm like, no, don't do that.
Listen.
No.
I don't like bringing nothing, especially her being a white girl. I don't want her to bring nothing that I ain't tried myself yet. Because if you bring something and it's nasty, now I gotta got people looking at me like
Get rid of the
they're-
racial stigmas.
they're gonna look at me and say, "You dating a white girl and she can't even cook."
So listen, I was taught how to cook by a black girl who can cook.
She get
That
look.
was how I was
Beans.
taught how to cook.
I know you got more questions. I'm gonna let you get to it. Me and her have gone through countless conversations
Mhm.
of her saying I believe that she can't cook. And I told her, not that I don't believe you can't cook. I just ask questions and she don't like that. She want me to just accept that she can just
this.
cook.
I think that if there were plates on the table, he would pick mine out and like it, not knowing which one was mine. But because of my skin
Challenge.
color,
That's what y'all need to do.
because of my
do a
skin
challenge.
color,
I'll blind
he
tasting.
questions everything.
Beans, let me ask you a
I
question.
never cook
Okay,
like
how
a
about this?
girl.
This is what we'll do right now. Beans, you've had my food. You've had her food. Both were decent, good, right?
Yeah, both of y'all can cook.
All right.
I'll give y'all that.
If we
Both of
cook the same
cook
thing,
better than me.
if we
I
cook,
cook like a white girl.
he's only had 2 or 3 dishes of yours,
I don't know if I
and
say
the
good
stuff you
about
made
white.
was kind of white girlish stuff.
Well, because we're trying to eat healthy. So
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, that's hard to say.
But I'm
Yeah.
asking Beans. If
Black people don't
this,
regularly eat.
This is
squash
the
like
last
that.
question, and then I'm gonna let you get back to your question. If I made a dish, the same dish, and she made a dish, who do you think? And you didn't know whose is whose. Who do you think you would pick? That you say I
The
like
same dish.
the same dish.
That's tough.
Think of a dish you like, and then say we both made it. You don't know whose it is. Who
Y'all should do that for real. Y'all should
Well,
both cook.
who do you think you're gonna
Now,
pick?
So I'm getting excited thinking about it.
We're actually supposed to be doing a deviled egg contest with me, her sister, and Yeah.
Oh.
All right, go
I
ahead.
will probably pick yours because I think because
Wakanda
the-
forever.
I think you would know what spices to put in, and I'm not saying you
Listen,
don't know.
the other day I made
That's
some.
what it's feeling
Listen,
like.
listen. Ask her. The other day I made
Get
steaks.
quiet.
I made steaks. We had some cabbage, and then I think we had something else. I seasoned the steaks. I seasoned the cabbage. She seasoned the asparagus. Ask her what was the best tasting thing on them plates.
I plead the fifth.
She said she literally was like, "Babe, what did you do with these cabbages? This is the best cabbage I ever had." Now she could have been hyping me up. I don't know.
Okay, but I also want to say that it was better than even like restaurants I've been to. So
What did you? Not. Never mind.
What am I trick of seasons?
I would. No, I don't.
Don't-
No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask that.
I'm never gonna tell nobody my
Did
secrets.
you at least boil any meat with it, or you just straight up?
No, it's just straight cabbage. And it just
Uh-huh.
hit. I know how to put the right seasonings together. She ate 2 or 3 servings of it. But go ahead. Go back to your questions. now. I know we're long winded. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's okay because that's you gotta promotes conversation. Let's see. Your father caused to get into like a fist fight.
My father or her father?
Her father and you
Get
get
in a
into
fist
a
fight?
fist fight.
I wouldn't be.
Yes.
I wouldn't
Okay.
fight.
Let's say this happens.
What are we fighting over? Just our disagreement.
It just happens. It just who are you helping out?
Oh, that's a good question. Me and your father getting a fight. Who you helping?
Can I ask, do you mean like, where is my heart? Because this man towers over my father. One punch, my dad's gonna be out.
I can testify to that. I done seen you knock some people out.
So I'm gonna be on his side. We might go home and I might be like, "You're wrong." Like I'm gonna defend him, but I'm gonna be like,
No,
have some respect. You're
no, he not saying whose side you gonna be on. Like, go ahead, get. He's talking about who else you helping. You gotta help.
Who you helping?
No.
You gotta help. You gotta
No,
help
I'm
beat
not
up.
bringing it
One.
up.
No, you can't help. You can't break it up. You gotta pick a side.
No.
Let me make it easier for you
I
then.
don't punch you.
Let me make it easy for you. Then. Let's say you're getting into a verbal altercation, and Canteen says, "Yo, babe, let's go now." But your father says, "No, you ain't going nowhere. Stay right here."
Am I married?
No, this situation.
You're right
now.
now. You're
Right now.
dating. I said we out of here.
I would probably leave.
Okay.
Leave with me or just
Yeah.
okay. That's what
But,
that
but
to make
it
sure.
also does.
I'm just putting clarity out there.
So the only way that I would not is if he said something strong enough to break us up, to like disrespectful enough to my father, where it's like,
Fuck
that's
you.
The only way that I wouldn't.
What would be disrespectful enough?
I don't know.
'Cause I've
get
got-
out of nowhere.
Not gonna
you,
lie to
God.
you. Not gonna lie to you. I've gotten when I was married, I've gotten to
where you ready to
handful
go.
of arguments, and we were straight disrespect.
I wouldn't argue with her father.
I
I would just say I understand,
That's
but I
why
don't.
this is hard for me to imagine because it's completely like. wouldn't happen,
Listen,
but-
at one point it was hard for me to imagine that too, but it's
See,
it
I honestly think this is why I think even though everybody thinks I'm argumentative, I think Beans is a lot more argumentative
Me too.
than he portrays
Me
Oh,
to,
yeah,
to
I
people
do.
he cares.
I
I
think it's
do.
more argumentative than you are.
I think
do.
he is too.
I will admit that.
But
He hides it well
I
in
hide
the
it.
show.
I hide
but-
it well.
So I feel like the only thing would be is if my dad was doing nothing, he's like, you know what, you bitch ass, and then I would like
Me or him?
if you just came out.
Oh,
of
you
nowhere,
don't like. Okay, let me say this. There are some things that her father has done that I would never. It would if he would like if he did something. A lot of times he does some things that he's not aware of. Sometimes I believe,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
if he were to do something like, let's say he dig his nose and he's digging a booger, and he rubbing it and shit, and then he came up and was like, "Hey, what up?" Then I'm probably like, I might snap and be like, "Yo, you just touched me for, man."
Yo, nasty hands
I
on.
probably would have already said something before.
But like something like
I'm
that
so grossed out.
might get me to spaz and say something to him, but not like I would never just be like, you know, you a bitch ass mother. I wouldn't do no shit like that to
And
nobody.
that's what I'm saying. Is if that particular particular thing happened, then I'll be like, or if you just came out of nowhere and just flipped out or hit my dad out of nowhere, then and it was extreme enough to be
like he would, if I did something, if I was gonna do something to her father, it's probably based off of he did something to her. And I'm like, yo, man, that was foul what you did. You ain't gotta do it like whatever. And if he just said something slick to me, like, shut your, like, I'd have been like, yo, man,
God,
hey, I'm gonna get up out of here. Yeah, you better get, like, as long as he don't put his hands on me, I would just walk away because that's her father. But if he like touched me and he'd already disrespected her and disrespected me, yeah, I might give him one across the lips. But I would never do that. I would never. That was hypothetical.
Let's say he does knock your father. I mean, clears him out.
Damn. Why you? Okay. Go ahead.
And he goes, let's go now. Are you still going?
I wish your girl was on the show so I could ask her the same questions you asking me.
He punched him for no reason?
No, I say there.
We're arguing about
Arguing for something.
Let's say no. Let's say
and it comes to blows, and you just
we fighting, and I
will probably make sure he's okay first. My dad.
I'm like, I'm leaving now.
Like he's not dead. He's not.
He ain't dead. He just.
Like and I'll call him later.
So you would stay with him?
No, I said I would call him later.
Oh.
Make sure he's okay. But as long as he's again, very hypothetical. But if my dad started an argument and Carlton just let's go, I'm gonna be like, hold up, let me make sure that.
Have you ever seen him punch anybody before?
No.
Don't do that to me. I wouldn't do that to her father though.
And mind you, my dad is
he's a very I think he's a he seems like a non-violent type of person towards I'm saying altercations with other men. I don't know how many fights he's been in.
No, he would back away completely. He's not competition. If you said it doesn't matter what you said to my dad immediately, even if
he would probably apologize.
Let's say you accused him of doing something he didn't do, he would say, "Oh, I'm so sorry," even though he didn't do it.
What?
Say, do it. There are stories my dad has done that before. With cops, with teachers.
Beans would be like, if he did it, Beans could have did it, and if they pressed him too hard, like, fuck yeah. Now he'd be like, no, I ain't do that shit. Knowing darn well he did it just because they pressed him too wrong.
My dad was really tired once, and a cop accused him of drinking and driving. My dad apologized.
Oh my God! I was like, yo, give me a breath.
And I was in the car.
Go get that joint.
I can't believe this man's ever had a fuck. My dad's like, shut up.
Yeah, you.
Oh my God.
What's your next question?
Let's see what else we got in these racial. Well, actually, it's like the vice versa. Now, his mother and you get into it.
I already know what he's gonna say.
I'll let her ask.
Better yet, I'll make it even more interesting. His sister.
Oh God,
and
that'd be worse. That's worse. That's worse because my sister would probably beat the hell out of her.
No.
I'm just being real with you.
So you grabbing your sister? He's like, "Yo, stop."
Yeah, I'm not letting my sister just beat the hell out of her because I don't want her to press no charge. I'm gonna say right now, she seemed like the type that would press charges if she got assaulted really bad. So
what is the type to press charges? What do I seem like?
Listen, just you seem like your name, damn it. You're gonna tell. You're not gonna hold it down and just take the ass whooping. You're like, she's a danger to society and all that shit. I know you've dealt with less, and you were like, I'm gonna call the police.
Let's see. Let's say she do press charges. Let's say she do.
Okay. If she press charges, that's it. We can't be together. You pressing charges on my family. What you mean?
After so your sister assaults your lady, and she I'm pressing charges.
I'm gonna say this. First off, would have already peeped game and told Karen how my sister is. She got a hot head. Da, da, da. So if my sister get to the point where she fighting you, you done said and did some things that pass the point of, for her.
No return.
So you learned a lesson. We're gonna move forward, and we're gonna be a family. But if you want to put my sister in jail and press charges and all this, trying to ruin my sister's life for it, yeah, I can't rock with that because I wouldn't do that to your family.
So let's say your sister press Karen, and Karen
beat the hell out of my
beat the
sister.
hell out of your sister.
I'm gonna tell my sister.
But your sister want to press charges like, yo, I want her done. I want her in the
you
jail.
ain't gonna press charges on my girl now. Come on now. This is my girl. You can't press. Listen, especially.
You got the same energy.
I'll say this though. Who started it? Because if my sister started it and then Karen finished it, it is what it is. But if Karen started it and she jumped my sister and just beat her up, I'm gonna say, yo, you beat my the fuck, dude, you beat my sister up? Fuck you, why you do that for? Like, you should have walked away. Like, you can't just beat my sister up and try it. Because at that point, that's still my sister, dude. Like, nah, I can't bring you around her no more. Because it might just get set off like that again. Like, nah. And we probably stay together for a little bit, but if she fight anybody else in my family, I'll probably let her go.
You got no more fights left.
I'll probably let her go. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So she get a one-time pass.
Not even one-time pass. It's more like, because now I can't bring you around my sister. Off rip, you can't never be around my sister no more because you're gonna beat her up, and it would the relationship would just be different.
Do you
and
ever see that happen?
No, I told you my sister would beat the hell out of you.
It ain't about who can beat up who.
I'm just being honest. I don't think you could.
You ever even see it getting to them?
My sister threw shot put.
Oh, I mean, she's strong.
So I'm just telling you, my sister would probably.
I'm just saying, do you think it would ever?
No, I don't think it would. I think you would. I think you personally would submit to say, like,
I don't like it.
to just be like, I'm sorry, like, she would try to dumb it down to just make it.
Well, it's not about submission for me. It's about peace. So
Well, that's what I'm saying. You would try to be like, oh, I apologize, and then when we got away, and she's just me and her, she would vent and pound and.
What would happen is she would say something to me, and I would let it. And
she'd look at me.
And I would be like, "You better talk to your sister and handle that shit. She will not talk to me like that again." However, it pans out. I don't really see his family being disrespectful like that, though. And I'm not disrespectful.
You never know what families. You never know.
What? I didn't say nothing.
I'm just looking at your eyes. Eyes are the window to the soul.
Go ahead. Next question.
Okay. We have a child.
We have a child.
She has a daughter, and she has black hair. Hair like ours. Are you learning? Are you going to learn? Are you going to like go to his family to learn like
how like?
Do you know? Do you know how to do black child's hair? That's the question. That's the first question.
I know. See, I was a hairdresser for 8 years, so I do know a lot of different textures and styles. I never liked to style though. I prefer to do men's cuts. So even if I had a girl that had white hair, I don't enjoy it. I would learn like what the up-to-date styles are, but I have no problem going to a black hair salon and getting my daughter's hair done. Also,
would you have a problem if he let's say he took both your daughters to let's say his sister to do his hair?
No way.
To do her hair.
What the hell would she get a problem with that?
Trust me, I've seen it.
Sister?
I've seen it.
Now, if I brought my like ex-girlfriend to do hair or something, it'd be different.
Completely different. Have you seen it with a white mother or a black mother?
I've seen it where a black mother had a problem. Can
I tell you why? Because for me, I already know I'm not sure if I would be doing it right. I would say that would be like if I was like, I have been cooking since I was 5 years old, and all of a sudden now you go and you get food cooked elsewhere.
I go like she cooked food, and then I'm like, I eat a little bit. I'm like, okay, and then I go to my sister's house or my mama's house, and I'm just tearing food up. She would be like,
she's been doing her hair, her sister's hair. It's just part of.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. So put my little family
Like,
business
oh,
out there.
what I did isn't good enough.
Some I know, their daughters, their hair wasn't done, hasn't been done. Let's say it has been done like 2 weeks. It was looking pretty rough. It's kind of looking like mine now, right?
All right.
And one of my siblings took it upon themselves, like, yo, let me get your hair done. Because the kids were complaining about it.
Mhm.
They was like, I can't go to school like this. Look at me. So they
Oh.
and they paid for it.
So
They
she
pay-
saw it as like, I can't take care of my kids.
So well, that's how she took it.
Yeah.
And she the hair looked nice. It was just regular braids. She said, what kind of hairstyle you want? She said, I just want regular braids. Just keep braiding my hair. They paid for it. Brought it back. This person in my family was mad about it.
Did she let him keep the hair?
No.
She made him take the hair out?
Made him take the hair out. I told this person, I said, well, you wasn't doing it and they paid for it. What you mad about?
That's more of an ego thing.
Yeah. That's how I asked. I just said, well, if you had kids and they took it, I was like, yeah, I would be.
Yeah.
I'd be like, thank you, because I
Did my kids come back fine?
Yeah, they came back.
Know what type of person that is. So for if I knew that person maybe was offended easier or was very prideful, I would have been like, hey, so and so was asking me to get their hair done, and I really wanted to do that for them. But that shouldn't be an issue. I'm happy if someone wants to do something for my child, and you love my child as much as I do.
Listen.
That's great.
My sister got my nephew. She take care of him. But if my sister was lacking, or I felt like my nephew was deserving of certain things that she wasn't doing, and I know she's supposed to be doing, damn it, I don't give a damn what she say. I'm doing it. You're not about to short my nephew because you.
And it's not like that person was like, what kind of mother are you? You don't get your kids hair.
No,
Look what I did for you.
They just
So
heard.
she
Yeah.
shouldn't have been offended.
Yeah, they just heard the kids complaining, and it was like, all right, let's
You know,
get
they
this
say
done.
you raise a child with a village. So whoever can give a helping hand, that's what it is.
And I told that person, I was like, you need to shame yourself. I said, somebody out of kindness of the heart to your kids.
All right, I'll give you. What if we have kids and they're with their white friends and they hear the white friends using racial slurs?
That was my next question. I was just about to
Wow.
ask that.
What? Wait.
We have a
what
kid
are you
together.
asking?
The kids are out hanging. Let's say we have a daughter or a son, whatever. They're out hanging with their white friends, and their white friends use black racial
Do I
slurs.
hear it?
Yeah, you hear it, and you hear them,
I need
and
to
you
ask-
you
I
peep
need to ask. I
like
don't
they,
have a
but they're
response
using it
either
in a,
way.
they're using it in
What
a,
way are they using it?
they're not using it in a negative way, like like you. They're using it in a like, what up, my nigga? They doing that type shit.
I have actually heard white kids say that before, and I have corrected them. That's great that you are trying to be friends and hang out, but that is something that unfortunately is not appropriate for you to say. It can be turned against you. It can be seen as you not being nice. That can get your ass beat. Don't say that.
Are you telling me?
Probably, because I feel like I would tell you everything, but I would tell you I handled it. You might not think that maybe I handled it good enough.
I would want to
No.
know what kids
But-
or who did it.
Who did it? And I need to talk to my
Next.
kids and explain to them.
I would hope
We
that-
don't allow that shit.
Well, I would hope that we have had a talk with our child. over
So
it.
would you let your child be like, say the N-word? Go around.
I don't think that's my decision.
What up?
No, I wouldn't let them. I'm not gonna punish my kid for using the word, but I'm gonna let them know when you use the word, they look at you a certain way, and they're gonna make you. It's gonna make you look more ignorant.
I'm going to be honest.
You need to know where, because I'm not gonna sit there and act fake that in black people act differently around other cultures than they do with them when they're by themselves.
This is true.
So I can't sit there and act like it's because my kids already got white in them, right?
Mhm.
So they're gonna feel different when they're around black family and black friends and things like that anyway, right? They're already gonna feel a little different. So I can understand if they're trying to indoctrinate themselves a little bit better to talk how the culture talks, whatever case it be. But I'll let them know the difference of This is here. It ain't there. So
Inside voices.
That's definitely going to be the conversation that he will have. I'm not in that. However, I've always said this. I've had people try, oh, you got the pass, you get the. I've said, I don't care who allows me. The President of the United States allows me to say that word. It's not in my vocabulary. There's a few words that are not in my vocabulary because I just don't think that I need them to speak. And they don't make your vocabulary sound any better or any classier. So for me, I don't even necessarily even like to hear it all the time. I know that that's inevitable. But even sometimes he'll say word and I'm like, don't say that.
yeah, she tries to be like, I'm like, girl, leave me alone.
It just is like
Sometimes it does.
Like if
slip
I'm
out.
singing a song or
not
something.
necessarily saying that word. There are other where I'm like, I don't like the C word at all.
And I believe that's
Crazy.
I think the C word is like it's a cultural thing because you could say that to a black woman, they
They would look at you like,
woman,
okay,
right?
what the fuck is that?
But you call them the B word, they about ready to fight you.
Yeah.
It's not like if you call it to me, I don't like anybody using it.
And I learn where you hear it all the time.
I don't really
Yes.
want to say it on air, but there's a phrase that someone and I'm like, ugh.
A
it's just
phrase?
so gross.
I've heard it so much on our job.
Yeah, like
I don't even hear it
am I
anymore.
Am I allowed to say that?
Are we still saying? Wait a minute. Are we still talking about the same word? I'm thinking we're talking
B
about.
word, the B-I.
No, not.
No, I'm
You talking about
the
bitch?
C word.
Yeah.
She's talking about cunt. I
Yeah,
think.
well,
So someone's like, oh, you gotta buy cunt hair. Hate it. Like it's like
What is that?
Like-
What is cunt hair?
cunt hair. You know what a cunt is?
I know.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
a
it
vagina.
Yeah, cunt hair. Oh,
Why would somebody
cunt
buy
hair.
that?
No, not buy it like use it as measurement.
I got
Cunt
you.
hair
I
is,
got
like,
you.
Tiny.
Like say by the mail. Like
Like you got close to that car, you missed it by a cunt hair.
Oh,
That.
okay.
It's
I never heard that
so
saying
neither.
before.
That's like
That's a white. That, yeah, I
It's
don't know
definitely
that.
a cultural
And for me,
thing.
I'm like, ugh.
Like
It's not like, oh, I'm so offended. It's just like, ugh. What? It's gross.
All right, let's get into some videos real quick before we get out of here. We ain't got too much longer because we got to go. She's ready to get out of here. All right. It says, so there's a picture. It says, poor man so deep into the friend zone. So I'm just going to read it because it's a little. It says, from Top Golf to dinner, flowers, ice cream, and horseback riding. You outdid yourself on this friend date, Daniel. You wanted to set a standard for how I should be treated, and you sure set a high one. Thank God for. I thank God so much that He put an amazing friend like you in my life. Thank you for making me feel like a true princess.
damn, read the hashtag. Read the
Hashtag still single though.
I would want to kill myself if I was
So
Yo.
If I was Daniel,
listen, I tell men multiple times, you do not need to be giving out all your tricks, all the best things you got out of your stable of ideas to celebrate a woman, and she is not your woman.
Yes. If it clearly Daniel likes her, obviously.
Listen.
You want that woman to like you, treat the next woman better.
I'm actually
She
mad at
gonna
her.
see that joint.
Treat the next woman better.
Yeah.
No.
Listen, I'm mad at her for even accepting that.
Listen.
I guess women.
The reason he's in the
guarantee-
friend zone is because he's treating her like this.
Yeah. That's what I said. Don't treat her like that.
No, but you said treat the next woman better.
Yeah,
that
they
means
see-
do more for the next
No,
woman
no,
than
no,
you already
no,
did
no.
for this girl.
No. I'm not saying do all that for the next one. I'm not saying that.
What are you saying?
I'm saying treat the next one good enough where she notices it. Cause they do that shit all the time. They'll see how you treat all others. They'll look at that shit.
Listen, you don't gotta treat no girl better. The fact that you with a girl, that's all they need to see.
Well, that's true.
Listen,
They do that. They look,
you treat a woman like you treat her okay and you work your way up. You don't never treat her. You're not treating her bad, but you treat her bare minimum, and then you work your way up. What you say? Yeah, thought so.
I said that's what you did.
You treat her bare minimum. You give her the bare minimum, and you work your way up because women start wherever you start at. So if you start at the top, you're gonna have to raise your every time.
Yeah, you can't go overkill.
You start at the bottom, you can work your way up, and it makes them feel like, oh, he's doing more and better for me than what he once did. There you go.
I agree with that. You know why? Because I saw this video. This girl said, emotionally, guys start at 0 and girls start at 100. And girls work your way down, guys work your way up. Think about it. When you meet a girl, most of the time, you don't really have any feelings, expectations, nothing. Half the time, girls get home from first day, I'm like, oh my God.
I met my husband. We're going to have kids. We're going to do all this.
Our feelings decrease and their feelings increase. So if you do increase your actions with your feelings, you might prevent us from getting to 0. Just a thought.
Well, you can't never really please a woman ever 100%. And you got to accept that.
You can't do anything 100%.
Well, I'm just saying, women are always going to want more. That's just how they're built.
Especially if they see their friends getting more.
Yeah, but what you do is say when they start pulling that crap. When a woman start telling me, "Oh, well, what's the name got him this and got him that," I say, "Well, go be with him then."
That's basically
out of here. I don't care about what you talk about.
That's basically what
you dead. What they talking about? Because I'm gonna see right now.
Yeah.
A lot of times, women say a lot of things and it don't mean nothing. They talk because it sounds good to hear they self-talk. That's just what it is.
Yeah, he tried.
Because it's true.
He tried to Hail Mary to get out of the friend zone.
You can't. I've tried it too. I'm gonna say this. I know for a fact, doing great things for women don't get you nowhere. You can do things for women, but going above and super beyond for women who ain't doing nothing for you, why? Oh, you wanted to see the picture?
Yeah, do great things for your woman.
Oh, I can pull it back up. Right
for your when she's your woman.
And I'm trying to be nice as my girl here, but let me just say this: keeping it 100 with the men. If she ain't gargling your balls, I don't really know what. I'm just saying, I don't know why you would ever go on a horseback ride with a woman. You're not getting no horseback ride. If for those, you know what I'm saying? Like I hate like these men be sitting there going on. I remember one time I was talking to a guy, he went on 8 dates with this girl. Never touched her, never got to taste nothing of her. And I was sitting there like, you taking this girl, why are you doing all these things? Me and my girl had an argument, well, not argument, a discussion. And she was like, well, when we first started meeting, you weren't a great texter. And I said, you want me to tell you why I wasn't a good texter? And I broke it down to her. I said, this is the game that people don't realize. You don't throw all your cards on the deck right off the game. You don't sit there and have 30, 50. We're not text buddies. I'm not going to give you conversation over text. By the time I give you all my good material, guess what happened when we meet? We ain't got shit to talk about.
Nothing to talk about. Nothing to say.
But the one thing that you did right that other people don't do, and that's why they text and give all their info, is you called me immediately and were like, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm taking you to dinner. People need to do that more because then you don't really even have time to text and divulge. Because like I told him, well, yeah, because when you text me and you tell me everything, all of a sudden now I don't want to go on a date with you because you said something or
you talk yourself out the pussy.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You tell her something to give her a reason, because that's all women looking for. They looking for a reason to disqualify you.
Funny.
Don't give her one.
Somebody posted a status today. Old love looks for a reason to stay. New love looks for a reason to leave. And
that's
a lot
true.
of people are like that.
That's true.
I ain't giving you no reason. By the time you find out a reason, I'm already been dealing with you for a minute.
Embedded.
Yep. I've imprinted on you at that point.
It's true. Locked in.
She hate when I'm right. That's the thing. Cause like it's funny how you see women, you tell them something and they know it's true, but they don't want to hear it. All right.
Truth is a hard thing though.
Let's do this one right here. It says, I know it's small, y'all, but I'm gonna read it to you. If a black person tells you the party starts at 2 p.m. What time does the party really start?
5, maybe 6.
Karen?
If they say it starts at 2,
Yeah, p.m.
is there an end time?
It just says, what time does the party start?
I don't know. I'm probably not getting there till at least 4, 5 o'clock.
Even better.
It's 5.
I'm gonna say even better.
5, the
What time?
party's
I say,
jumping.
what time are you getting there?
Yeah, 4 or 5 o'clock.
I'm getting there at 5.
Yeah.
We
Maybe
have a party-
4:45 at
We
best.
have a party tomorrow that starts at 3. I ain't getting there at 3.
Listen, the reason why you don't, for black parties, if you show up at 2, you are setting up the party.
I'm about to say.
By the time people start showing up, the party get jumping, you're going to be ready to go.
I don't think that is black or white. That's universal. I feel like older people maybe they start on time, but our age, no, I'm not trying to.
I'm going to say this. For black people, if the party starts at 2, come at 5. For white people, if the party starts at 2, come about 3:15, 3:30. You should be good.
Mhm.
That's a solid one.
Got that CP time.
We already did those ones. All right.
What is this?
Oh, what, that video?
Yeah.
That's what we're about to get out of here in a minute because we got to go work out, and she wants to go to this burger place.
Get them burgers.
Oh, okay. We'll do this last video. Beans was tasked with a
I remember. I know.
with something
With an
well, white-
assignment.
well,
Talking about it a couple of
I have to level the.
we're gonna
playing
watch the
field
video
here.
and then we're gonna discuss it. Let's get it. What did I just do? Wrong one. Click out of this one.
Okay, let me freaking do it.
All right. Let me pull it up. Here we go.
Now,
The way I would have reached over that counter and ripped that lady's head off her shoulders
Is she black?
clean off. You would have thought you would have called her the headless horse heifer just in time for Halloween. Cause no ma'am.
So
in my research,
she did open hand slap the hell out of her.
she really did.
But see, this is the difference between white folks and black folks. Let me tell you why. She opened up, slapped, and then turned her back. Oh, we see, and this is another reason why white folks different. She went across the table.
Mhm.
She went around the table. We going through the table. We diving over. You're not leaving this. You're not leaving.
You getting choke slammed. You getting all that.
You're not leaving.
In my research so far, I haven't
Seen that much?
I'm realizing that. How can I say this?
Just say it.
When black women go on a public display, it's almost like a group event. It's usually more. It's usually 2
Yes.
or more.
Well, cause you know why that is? I believe not only ignorant people, but women feel stronger together. If there's if they got their crazy girlfriend, they feel a little bit more hyped up. Like, yeah, I got my girlfriend in the back. She
I can see that, but
ride or die.
there's
I
a-
also think that the second person who jumps in almost feels like an obligation. Like I gotta help her out, or what kind of friend am I? 'Cause that's how it is sometimes. But white people are like,
Oh, white people, they
I'm
not.
being involved.
Yeah, they don't be involved. They're
They're
like,
they're usually
I didn't sign up for this. I didn't know you was gonna get crazy.
When
That's not what
they
happened
cause
when I did.
disruptions, it's usually one. It's usually just one
Well,
that I've seen so far. I'm still
Cedric the Entertainer said it the best. There's 2 types of people. The white people, they live off of the hope
yes.
method. I hope no one's in our seats. God, I hope no one's in our seats. We're running late. Black people, we live on the wish method. I wish a motherfucker would be in my seat. That's the difference. We
It is.
wish for problems.
A lot more
White
confrontation.
people hope there's no problems.
It's
So,
true.
well, I think we've done enough. We're gonna keep it short and sweet because we gotta do some other things today. Is there any more questions of interracial dating that you have?
If I think of more, I will.
I think you
will.
caused enough damage today. Shout out to Karen's
the
dad. I love you,
closest-
man.
The closest thing I've come to interracial dating, the closest thing I've come to interracial dating is like Spanish and like Asian girls.
Would you date a white girl?
I would like maybe I would like try it one day, but
All right. On that note, we're gonna go find him
I don't do that.
a snow bunny.
He's happy.
I'm your boy
Yes,
Canteen.
I am happy. I'm very happy.
It's K to the A to the R to the E to the N, and my boy Beans.
Y'all have a good
I don't even
weekend.
like how that sounds. You gotta get cut out. Sorry, Karen. This my boy. I'm your boy Canteen. This my man Beans.
Y'all have a good weekend.
It's a social norm. We out this thing.
Nigga! That's gotta be racist.
Daddy.